Portland Pickles baseball going up against the Portland Gherkins. We welcome you back high above Walker Stadium, everyone. Again, the Pickles and the Gherkins finally meeting after that epic home run derby last night where the two teams were supposed to play. This game is a makeup from what we saw back on Saturday when that game was suspended at the end of the fourth inning. Let's get to the batting order first for the visiting Gherkins. Leading off will be the right fielder Jacob Mabin. Derek Mabin in the two-hole will be at shortstop. Justin Herzog hitting third. Matt Bergevin, who put on a tremendous show last night in the home run derby, he'll be hitting fourth at first base. Adam Stevens, the second baseman in the five-hole. Kane Kianis, the left fielder, will be hitting sixth. Curran Mitzel, the center fielder, hitting seventh. Caden Doden hitting eighth. And then rounding out the lineup will be Lucas Ware, who will be catching behind the dish. For the Portland Pickles, tonight's starting pitcher up on the bump will be Eric Maruo. And the defensive assignments for the Pickles tonight: Evan Leibel will be catching, Ivan Luna at first base, Anthony Mata at second, Jacob Jablonski at short, Leo Mosby at third base, and then the outfield will be patrolled by Gabe Scoro, Carter Booth, and Tristan Gomes. And again, another perfect night for baseball. A good night. Something we've been waiting for I want to say a little under a week now, with all the rain and all the storms we've had here in the Portland metro area over the last couple of days. It is nice to finally get some sun and to actually have some baseball. As Jacob Mabin will get things going here for the Gherkins. And technically this will be the second meeting between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Again, their second meeting originally was back on Saturday, but that game obviously not completed as that game was called at the end of the fourth inning due to weather. The Gherkins took the first meeting in that first preseason matchup between the Pickles and the Gherkins in a 4-2 win. From the wind-up, Marujo, as ball two misses above the letters. 2-0. That one catches the outside. Marujo trying to battle back. Here's the 2-1. That one lifted into deep left center. As Gabe Scoro will make the snag for out number one. I'll bring up Derek Mabin. Marujo just finished his freshman campaign at UC Riverside, finished with a 6.13 ERA, 2-6 overall with one save, 30 strikeouts, and 54 1/3 innings pitched. Derek Mabin, the shortstop tonight. First pitch to him, and it plunks him on the shoulder. Now step in Justin Herzog, the third baseman. Herzog, one of the competitors in the home run derby last night. That was won by Ryan Gardino. Check over at first. Herzog, by the way, lost in the first round of that long ball competition to Patrick Mushkot. Mushkot with 4 dingers in that first round and Herzog with 2. Right now ahead, 1-0. Another throw over to first. Again, trying to check on Mabin. One-0. Whiff there from Herzog. Herzog currently playing his college ball down in Monmouth for Western Oregon. The 1-1 to him. Slow roller over to second. Anthony Mata over to first for out number 2. And as I mentioned a second ago, Matt Bergevin will step into the box and put on a great show last night in the home run derby. A big bat for this Gherkins lineup, no question about that. I really loved his approach last night, and obviously he's impressive in that box. Maben on second, 2 down here for the Gherkins. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. Bergevin takes a big hack there, 1-1. Marujo from the stretch. That one in the dirt, and that's going to get away from Evan Leibel. And Derek Maben will move up to third. A chance here for Matt Bergevin here in the top half of the first to get the Gherkins on the board with a big rip. Currently at Santa Barbara City College. The 2-1. That one way outside the zone, 3-1. Was the only Gherkin last night to advance to the second round of that home run derby. Comebacker up the middle. Mata able to scoop it up. Off balance throw to first in time. Nice play from Anthony Mata to retire to the side. Bottom half of the first we go. The Pickles come to bat for the first time tonight on the other side.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
After the Gherkins were able to threaten with a man on third, goose eggs in that top half of the first as the Pickles will step up for the first time tonight as Carter Booth will lead things off for the Pickles. Currently the center fielder tonight. And as we take a look at the batting order for the Pickles tonight, again, as I mentioned, Carter Booth leading things off as he hits one opposite way. And he will fly out for out number 1 as Jacob Maben makes the snag. Ivan Luna will step in next, followed by Jacob Jablonski. Ryan Gardino, who won the home run derby last night, Leo Mosby hitting in the 5-hole. Tristan Gomes at 6. Anthony Mata, the second baseman, hitting 7th. Gabe Scoro hitting 8th. And Evan Leibel catching, rounding out the lineup. So Ivan Luna, will step in, the first baseman. Going up against Jeffrey Nelson, who gets the start tonight for the Gherkins. First pitch on the way. That one hit foul. Luna currently at Fresno State, coming off a tremendous season down there, hitting .310 with 3 dingers, 19 RBIs, and 26 hits. Starting outfielder for the Bulldogs as he takes strike 2. Consistently hit above 300 all season, even hitting above 400 for a time. So providing another solid bat for the Portland Pickles lineup here as he's down 0-2 with 1 down. 0-2 from Nelson, I should say, misses outside. Nelson working from the stretch, no one on. That one skied about a mile high in foul ground. And that will head into the bleachers. And will be a souvenir for a Pickles fan. One, two here. Off the end of the bat, but he continues to battle.
Let's go Pickles! Let's go Pickles! Let's go Pickles!
Nelson home again with the 1-2 as Luna chases strike 3.
Next up for the Pickles, it's number 6, Jacob Jablonski.
And now Jacob Jablonski will come up for the first time tonight. Currently at Chico State. Before that, spent 2 seasons out in Jonesboro with the Arkansas State Red Wolves. One of the few players who've been able to crank one out of the yard so far this short season for the Pickles. That one burns the outer half, 1-1. Tries to go chasing one down low. Now 1-2. To this point of the season, Jacob Jablonski tied for second on the Pickles in batting average at .348 alongside Ryan Gardino, who stands on deck. 1-2, 2 down. Jacob Jablonski and Ollie Arnson. The 2 Pickles who have gone yard so far. Jablonski off the end of the bat, a little blooper into left field. But Derek Maben able to track that down for out number 3. Quick 1-2-3, bottom of the first. We go to the second. Still 0-0.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F F is for face if you got a little sag, and A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say, call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
A quick first inning between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Still no score. As we get the top of the second going, as Adam Stevens will lead things off for the Gherkins, the second baseman. And by the way, something I forgot to mention, going back to that bottom half of the first, the stats for the Pickles right now are just for West Coast League games. And when you talk about home runs, obviously got Eamon Lance, who had that walk-off grand slam as the first pitch. Is lifted foul into the berm down the left field line. Again, the stats that we give you tonight only reflect the West Coast League games so far, which is 6 total games to this point of the young season for the Pickles. Getting the series win against the Wenatchee Apple Sox and then dropping a series on the road against the Ridgefield Raptors as Stevens gets hit in the back and he'll have a free pass to first.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 24, Kane Kianis.
Now bring up Kane Kianis. Currently at Chemeketa Community College down there near Salem. Marujo throws over. Close play over at first. Another throw over, and that one even closer. And a third throw over, another close play at first. Marujo finally comes home. That one high and outside, ball one. And by the way, a trio of West Coast League games going on tonight. That one ripped over to third. Mosby on to second in time to first as the Pickles turn the nice double play. The 5-4-3 double play for the Pickles. Two quick outs for the Gherkins. Curran Mitzville now at bat for the Gherkins. And checking on those other West League scores early on right now. Slow roller to first. Ivan Luna will step on the bag for out number 3. We'll get to those scores on the other side as the Pickles come back to bat, I should say. Bottom second we go.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Ryan Gardino, the winner of last night's home run derby, will lead things off here in the bottom half of the second for the Pickles. Took down Gabe Scoro. First pitch on the way. That one inside, ball one from Jeffrey Nelson. And getting back to those West Coast League scores that I was going to share with all of you before we ended that top half of the second. Right now the Bellingham Bells up on the lefties 3-0 in the bottom half of the second. Comebacker right to Nelson. Easy play to first for the first out. Ridgefield up on Ben 2-0 in the bottom of the third, and the Corvallis Knights and the Walla Walla Sweets tied at 2 in the bottom of the third. So a quick first out here for the Pickles. Now bring up Leo Mosby. Mosby just finishing his freshman campaign at UC Santa Barbara. 1 RBI in 12 at-bats. First pitch to him. That one misses low for ball one. A tremendous hitter, but also a tremendous pitcher as well back in his high school days at Westview High School down near San Diego, California. Foul tipped, 1-1. Hit 286 in the box, but had a 1.17 ERA out on the bump with a 9-2 record back in high school. A solid two-way player. Nelson again working from the stretch. That one catches the outer half, 1-2. One, two. Slow dribbler foul. Both the Pickles and the Gherkins still looking for their first hit of the night so far. The only base runners that have gotten on for the Gherkins were by hit by pitch. That one lifted opposite way. And that's going to roll towards the warning track. This is going to be extra bases here for Leo Mosby. And he's on board with a double. So the Pickles have something going here with a runner in scoring position with one down, and now bring up Tristan Gomes, the right fielder.
Next up for the Pickles, it's number 27, Tristan Gomes.
And you want to talk about high school careers for some of these Pickles. A tremendous high school career for Tristan Gomes. Was the #1 rated player coming out of the state of Nebraska. Currently at Cal State Fullerton. Looking to bring Mosby home here with a big knock. Right now down 0-1. Gomes sliced into left field for a base hit. Mosby will get the wave home. He's on his horse. No play at the plate, and the Pickles on the board for the first time tonight with an RBI single from Tristan Gomes. And of course, here at Walker Stadium, raise the chairs when the Pickles get on the board or score any run.
We got Anthony Mata, number 34.
Anthony Bondo will now take his hacks. First pitch to him, takes outside for ball one. Throw over, checking on Gomes. Call strike 1-1. Mata right now at UC Riverside. The 1-1. Takes below the knees, 2-1. Was the starting shortstop this past season for the Highlanders. That one lifted opposite way into the berm into right field. Two's home from Nelson. That one ripped up the middle for a base hit. And the hits starting to rack up here for the Pickles. 2 men on with 1 down.
Next up for the Pickles, it is number 12, Gabe Soro.
Mr. Pickle himself, Gabe Scora, will come up to bat now with 2 on. Again, a continuous fan favorite among Pickle fans. His 4th season donning a Pickles uniform. A Portland kid through and through. Obviously played his high school ball across the river at Lincoln High School, and now playing his college ball nearby on the bluff at the University of Portland for Jeff Loomis. That one catches the upper half, 1-1. Through West Coast League's play so far, Gabe Scora hitting 200. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, it's still young in the season. That one fouled off. Now 1-2. And even though Scoro's only hitting 200 right now, he ended this past season with the Pilots on a tremendous note. Was 3rd on the Pilots in batting average at the season's end. 2 on, 1 down for Scoro. He lifts this one into right. We'll go foul again as he continues to fight. One, two, all over again. Swing and a miss as Scoro goes down hacking.
Now coming to play for the Pickles, it's number 3, Evan Leibel.
Bottom of the order, Evan Leibel will step in. Right now leading the Pickles in batting average at .368. Seven hits, 4 RBIs through league play so far for Leibel as he takes ball one outside. Nelson comes home. Little roller foul. As I mentioned before, Evan Leibel out to a great start. Looking to have a big summer after playing his freshman year down at Loyola Marymount. Only hit 182 this past college season, so a good turnaround for him here in summer ball. Looking to carry that over into next season. Squares around, shows bunt, pulls it back. Now 2-1. Leibel definitely went around 2-2. Pickles striking first here in the bottom of the second. Thanks to an RBI single from Tristan Gomes. And that's going to hit Leibel. Base is loaded now for the Pickles. As we go back to the top of the order for the Pickles and Carter Booth. Flew out to right in his first at bat last inning. Base is juiced here for Booth. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to him in the dirt. Right now at Everett Community College. Originally committed to play for the Oregon State Beavers before transferring to Everett. 1-0, fouled off. Was once ranked the second best outfielder, 9th overall player in the state of Washington when he was playing at Jackson High School, growing up in Snohomish. The 1-1. Big hack there, 1-2. Jeffrey Nelson on the bump trying to get out of a bases loaded jam here. Here's the 1-2. Slow chopper over to third. Herzog over to first. And just nails him at first base to get out of that jam. But the Pickles strike first. 1-0 as we head to the third.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break all vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
A 1-0 Pickles lead as we head to the top of the third here at Walker Stadium. Caden Doughton will lead things off for the Gherkins. Tristan Gomes with an RBI single back in the bottom of the second to give the Pickles the early lead. Again, the Pickles trying to get their first win of the season against the Gherkins. That first meeting between these two programs came just a little under 2 weeks ago when the Gherkins won 4-2 in the first preseason game for the Pickles. As Doughton fouls it off, 0-1. Eric Marujo still on the bump. That one low, 1-1. Caden Doughton, also another current player at Chemeketa Community College, as he fans that one, 1-2. Marujo comes home, outside corner, called strike 3. First K of the night.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 2, Gherkins catcher Lucas Ware.
To the bottom of the lineup now for the Gherkins. I'll bring up the catcher, Lucas Ware. First pitch skied, foul ground. I'll go out of play. Ware played his high school ball down to Lake Oswego for the Lakers. The 1-1, fouled straight back towards us. Thank goodness for the netting. The 1-2, breaking ball gets away. And that's the one thing when you watch Eric Marujo. His breaking ball really breaks. You saw an example of it right there. When it's effective, it's very dangerous. No question about that. Comes home with a 2-2. Called strike 3, deja vu. 2 Gherkins down on backwards Ks here in the top of the third. As Jacob Maben will look to get something going. Flew out to left field in his first at bat to lead things off. The first offering to him, breaking ball, catches the inside. And there you go, another example of his breaking ball. You see it there, 69 miles per hour on that breaking ball. Another off speed, quickly 0-2. Marujo looking to strike out the side here in the top of the third. Here's the 0-2. Heater outside, 1-2. One, two. That one foul. And Maben's going to be awarded first base.
Next up, it's your shortstop for the Gherkins, number 11, Derek Maben.
Now we'll get a discussion between Mags and our home plate umpire tonight. And we're now going to get a conference between our three Blues tonight. While they talk about it, I want to remind everybody that the Pickles will be back here tomorrow night. Same time, 7:05 first pitch, taking on the Portland Rosebuds in their debut this season. Baseball history night here at Walker Stadium. And Maben will remain on first base. And now Derek Maben will step in. And now we'll get a conference out on the mound. So again, Pickles and Rosebuds tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, for Father's Day, how about a triple header? A lot of baseball action here at Walker Stadium. Perfect day to bring Dad out to the ballpark. Where the Pickles will take on the Willamette Wild Bills in the final game of that triple header at 7:05 for that 2 Wawa West League games. So a lot of chances to come out here to Walker Stadium, Lentz Park, and watch some baseball. And of course, after that Sunday triple header, the Pickles will take on the Corvallis Knights and the Ridgefield Raptors in 2 straight series as part of a 6-game homestand. First pitch ripped into left field by Derek Maben. So the 2 Mabens on base right now with 2 down. Now I'll bring up Justin Herzog, who grounded out to second back in the first. And by the way, that's the first hit of Herzog ahead 2-0. Two down here in the top of the third. That one upstairs 3-0. And by the way, there is activity in the Pickles bullpen right now. Hard to see who's getting loose right now for the Pickles. In that bullpen beyond the left field wall. 3-0. Inside, 4-pitch walk. And the Gherkins now threatened with the bases loaded. And you want to talk about a guy, if you're the Gherkins, you won in the box right now with the bases juiced, it's Matt Bergevin. And we are going to get a new pitcher here for the Pickles. Bases loaded for Matt Bergevin, who put on a show at the risk of sounding like a broken record last night during that home run derby between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Had 10 total home runs in that long ball contest last night. Matt Bergevin did. So again, Mag's going to the bullpen here. We'll take a break and come back. Pitching change for the Pickles.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
So the Pickles will go to the southpaw. It's going to be Chris Batosh taking over on the bump. Played his college ball at Cal Poly in a big spot right here. 2 down for the Gherkins, and Matt Bergevin will step in.
Now at the mound for the Gherkins, it's Matt Bergevin. At the plate,
As I mentioned before, Matt Bergevin, always dangerous at the dish. And before throwing the first pitch, Batosh wants to chat with his catcher, Evan Leibel. Well, actually, we now have a new catcher as well. Connor Enriquez. First pitch on the way from Batosh, high and outside. Batosh the 1-0. A lot of gas on that one, 89 miles per hour. Two-0, 2 down. 3-0. Batosh looking to avoid giving up a run on a bases-loaded walk. A 4-pitch walk, if that. The 3-0. That one above the letters, ball 4. And the Gherkins have tied it up.
next up for the Gherkins, it's number 26, second baseman Adam Stevens.
Adam Stevens now steps in. Batosh still looking to find the zone here. First pitch to Stevens, high and outside. Batosh, a 6'1", 200-pound lefty, as you see, obviously, coming off his freshman campaign. As he finally fires his first strike. And you'll watch Batosh has a sneaky fastball that cuts late in the zone. 1-1. Stevens down 1-2. Batosh looking to get out of this bases loaded jam. The 1-2. Two's home. One fouled, heading towards the parking lot. Time called now here at home plate. Stevens reached base on a hit by pitch in his first at bat. 2-2 again, and fouled off again. A good battle here between Batosh and Adam Stevens as we do twos all over again. And fouled off again as the fight continues. Two once again. That one ripped. Bouncer over to Mata. But the Gherkins able to tie things up at 1. Bottom of the third. Ivan Luna will lead things off for the Pickles on the other side. Here we go, the first meeting between Lil P and Dylan T. Pickle. Dylan T. out to a big lead here. Lil P has been struggling so far this young season, catching up, but it's Dylan T. Pickle getting the W. Able to beat it out there. So Dylan T. Pickle is 1-0, and Lil P, I think, where are we at now? 1-3? 1-3. It's a young season. He's got a lot of time to improve that record.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Gherkins able to tie it up at 1. Ivan Luna will lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Pickles. Struck out swinging in his first at bat. Takes a big hack there, 0-1. And quickly down, 0-2. Of course, 1 of 2 Bulldogs wearing a Pickles uniform this season. That one fouled off as he stays alive. Joining his fellow teammate Zach Morgan here in Portland this summer. Down 0-2, breaking ball outside. One, two, off the end of the bat, foul. Three hits so far for the Pickles through this one. Ivan Luna looking for number 4. That one high and outside, now 2-2. Another check-in the scores. Throughout the West Coast League, Bellingham up 5-0 on the lefties. Ridgefield up 3-2 on the Bend Elks in the bottom of the 5th. And also in the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 2 between Corvallis and Walla Walla as Luna goes down swinging again. And Jacob Jablonski also looking for his first hit tonight. Popped out in his first at bat. Takes ball 1 low. As Jablonski takes strike 1 on the outer half. Two and one now. Jablonski went around on that one, 2-2. Again, another perfect summer night for baseball here at Walker Stadium as the sun starts to set behind the trees. That one down the first base line. And Jablonski is retired for out number 2. And Ryan Gardino also looking for his first hit. Gardino grounded out straight back to the pitcher in his first at bat in the bottom of the 2nd. That one called a strike on the lower half. Oh, 1 fouled off. think I do. 0-2 to Gardino. Whiffs on that one. A quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the fourth. Still knotted up at 1.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
We go to the fourth, and Kane Kianis will lead things off for the Gherkins. Grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in his first at bat. First pitch. Catches the zone. 0-1. One and one now. Batosh from the stretch, 1-1. Check swing, 1-2. Chris Batosh, his favorite MLB team, I should say, is the Dodgers, but says he will play for the Giants. Obviously, we know how intense that rivalry is. But I guess it's one of those things where, you know, it doesn't matter what team. As long as you get drafted by a franchise, you'll play anywhere just to get that chance to play for an organization. It's like the same if somebody's favorite team is the Yankees and they get drafted by the Red Sox, which I'm sure has happened at one point in history. Called strike three as Batosh gets the strikeout there.
Next up for the Gherkins is number 20, Curran Mitchell.
Curran Mitchell grounded to first, back in the second. Lefty on lefty showdown here. First pitch strike there from Batosh. And Batosh quickly ahead, 0-2. Batosh makes quick work there. 2 strikeouts here in the fourth.
Next up for the Gherkins, number 13, Caden Doughton.
Caden Doughton will look to get things something going here for the Gherkins. Struck out looking last inning. Late on that one, 0-2. And Batosh now one strike away from striking out the side. Batosh is feeling it. Strikes out the side here in the fourth. Bottom four. We'll see if the Pickles can give him some run support.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What makes Pickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Just making sure you're all paying attention.
Leo Mosby will lead things off here for the Pickles in the bottom of the fourth. Of course, tonight being Woof Wednesday here at Walker Stadium. Everybody bring their furry friends. I've already seen a golden retriever. Whoever owns him or her, you get major kudos. I know. Hopefully my dog Ollie back home is watching or wishes he was here. Already seen an Australian Shepherd. I've seen a Sheltie. I've seen a whole array of dogs. If you're a dog lover like myself, you are loving this promotion tonight. Mosby had a double down the right field line in his first at bat back in the second. Two and one to Mosby. As he takes a called strike, 2-2. Mosby, chopper over to short. Was he able to beat it out? Nice play over at short by Derek Maben. Actually, we're now going to have a new shortstop as well for the Portland Gherkins. Elijah
Next up, the Pickles.
Inomoto
7, Tristan
Paoli. Tristan Gomes stands in. Had an RBI single ripped into the left field in his first at bat. Still knotted up at one between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Again, the Pickles looking for their first victory against the Gherkins this season. 2-0, shows bunt, pulls back, takes a called strike. Little deja vu, ripped through the hole into left field once again. Tristan Gomes with a solid start.
Next up to the plate for your Pickles, it's number 34, Anthony Mata.
Anthony Mata now at the dish. Singled into center in his last at bat. That one blooped into right center. Well, hauled in by Jacob Maben. Two down here for the Pickles.
Play for your Pickles, left fielder number 12, Gabe Sparrow.
Gabe Scoro went down swinging back in the second. Throw over to first, check on Gomes. Scoro, one of the many Portland pilots who have donned a Pickles uniform throughout the years. Gomes trying to get back to first. Of course, this season you got Scoro, you got KJ Rufo, you got Nick Brink. Just to name a few. Off the glove, but Scoro will be thrown out at first. To the top of the fifth, still tied at 1.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
Time for the Woof Parade. As I mentioned before, Woof Wednesday here at Walker Stadium, and this is absolutely heaven for all us dog lovers, including myself. No question about that. Take a look at all the good boys and girls here tonight. We got dogs of all sizes tonight. Trying to look out there, looks like we got a Boston Terrier. We got a German Shepherd. Can't forget Lupe, our GM Ross Campbell's dog. There's the Golden Retriever. I'm sure the dogs are in heaven right now, getting to walk along the outer part of the infield here at Walker Stadium, and I'm sure one of them would at least like one of those baseballs. Got to give all of them at least a souvenir. Give them a baseball or something. I bet you anything, at least one of those dogs would love a baseball. But again, you got to love the promotions that we do here at Walker Stadium. Again, Woof Wednesday. Ollie, I promise I'll bring you here one day. So we move back to action. Still knotted up at 1 between the Pickles and the Gherkins. And Lucas Ware will lead things off for the Gherkins. Bottom of the order, struck out looking in his first at bat. As we await for all the doggies to clear the field. I saw maybe 3 or 4 golden retrievers out there. I wonder if one of them, I know some people are probably going to roll my eyes when I say this. Can any of them have the same ability as Air Bud and play outfield? First pitch to Ware. Swing and a miss. Chris Batosh still on the mound here for the Pickles after striking out the side back in the 4th. 1-1 now. Next pitch on the way, still working from the stretch. That one high, 2-1. Two 2-1 from the lefty. That one ripped into left field for a base hit. Ware takes a big turn at first, and he's going to retreat back to the bag. So a leadoff single there for Lucas Ware. And we'll head back to the top of the order. Jacob Maben looking for his first hit. Flew out, I should say, to left field in the first and was hit by a pitch and scored the Gherkins' first run in the 3rd. Grounder right to Jablonski, flips it over for 1 in time for the 6-4-3 double play. So 2 quick outs for the Gherkins. Derek Maben now steps in. First pitch popped up as Tristan Gomes will call off the infielders. A quick 1-2-3, top of the 5th. Pickles looking to take the lead in the bottom of the 5th.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Jeffrey Nelson still on the bump. First pitch, hit by pitch. I was just about to talk about how good Jeffrey Nelson has been so far on the mound, allowing just one earned run on 4 hits. Leadoff hit by pitch there, but again, a solid start so far as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Throw over to first. We'll call a strike. Big hack there from Carter Booth. Off to the end of the bat, foul. Booth over to the third. Out there, and that's all the Gherkins are going to get there. On the fielder's choice.
Make some noise, folks. Make some noise. Let's get some runs here, Pickles. Next up for the Pickles is number 15, Ivan Luna.
Ivan Luna still looking for a big at-bat. 2 strikeouts so far through this one. Luna to the right side. Nice grab at first base by Matt Bergevin. Throws it over to second in time. And another fielder's choice. And another Pickle that would like to have a hit tonight is Jacob Jablonski. Popped out and grounded out. As Jablonski takes a called strike. Eight hits, 4 RBIs this season for Jablonski through West Coast League play. Right now in the rest of the West Coast League, Bellingham on top of the lefties, 6-zip. Ridgefield still on top of Bend, 3-2 in the top of the 7th. That game continues to whistle by. And the Corvallis Knights have taken the lead on the Walla Walla Sweets, 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. That one also cruising along.
Let's go, Pickles.
1-2 to Jablonski. That one in the dirt, as Ivan Luna will easily take second.
Fit up for the stolen base. What?
Go-ahead run now in scoring position with 2 down for the Pickles. Two's to Jablonski. That one ripped but foul.
Timothy Schlag. Timothy Schlag, please report to the party deck. Timothy Schlag.
The 2-2 home again, the Jablonski. That one blooped, but falls right into the glove of Derek Maben for the final out. Still tied at 1 as we head to the 6th here at Walker Stadium between the Pickles and the Gherkins.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Grape color vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles.
Another new arm out for the Pickles as we start the top of the 6th. Derek Drees will now take over for the Pickles here, as he will face Justin Herzog, who will lead things off here for the Gherkins. Still a 1-1 tie between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Herzog with a ground out and a walk so far tonight. And again, looking at the upcoming schedule for the Pickles, as he burns one in there. A heater in there. Again, the Pickles will take on the Portland Rosebuds tomorrow night. Quickly ahead, 0-2, and the Pickles will then resume West Coast League play on Friday for a 3-game series up in Bellingham against the Bells. 0-2, fouled off. And then they'll return here to Walker Stadium for 2 straight West Coast League Series, first taking on Corvallis and then Ridgefield. The Pickles also will play a game on Sunday night as part of that triple header here on Father's Day. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. As Herzog goes down hacking. Matt Bergevin steps in, also with a ground out and a walk so far. 91 miles per hour on the gun there. Bergevin late on that one. 1-2 now to Bergevin. Burns it right past Bergevin.
Next up for the Gherkins, number 26, Let's go, Adam!
Adam Stevens now steps in. Hit by a pitch and a ground out. Off speed, catches the zone. Oh, 1. Catches the outside, 0-2. That one barely fouled off. 92 miles per hour. Chris Batosh already struck out the side. Back in the 4th, and now Dries looking to do the same exact thing here in the 6th. The 0-2. Off speed, how about that? A fantastic performance in the 6th. Pickles looking to provide some run support here.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slow it.
Still knotted up at 1 between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Pickles fans, don't forget to visit pickleshop.com for all your Portland Pickles gear and hats. Obviously, you can also visit the merchandise stand when you come here to Walker Stadium. A lot of great items on sale. For sale, I should say, not on sale. That one is going to drip foul. Connor Enriquez facing a 1-2 count here. Chopper off the glove of Nelson. Adam Stevens, bare hand. That one not in time as Enriquez is on. Leo Mosby grounded out to short in his last at bat in the fourth. Squares around, pulls it back. Also had a double back in the second and scored the only run for the Pickles so far. Holds up on that one on the check swing.
Let's go Pickles! Let's go Pickles!
Ripped and right through the wickets of Adam Stevens. Enriquez trying to stretch it out to third. And a wild throw. Goes out of play, so a run will score for the Pickles. And the Pickles retake the lead 2-1. So Leo Mosby gets on, as they will rule it an error.
Next to the plate for the Pickles is
Tristan Gomes now steps in. 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. Lays down the bunt. And what a beauty there from Tristan Gomes, as that one just stayed on the line. 3 for 3 now with 3 singles. Perfectly laid down by Tristan Gomes. 2 singles into left field, and now an infield single on that bunt. Now I'll bring up Anthony Mata. Has a single up the middle back in the second. Called for strike. The preseason Big West Player of the Year last year for UC Riverside. And Tristan Gomes will move up to second. Two Pickles in scoring position with no one down, as they look to extend this 2-1 lead. Jeffrey Nelson looking to get out of this jam. Mata off the fist foul. One and two. That one got away from Lucas Ware, but Leo Mosby decides to halt at third and stay there. Anthony Mata facing twos here. The 2-2. Mata down the line at third, but foul. We'll do twos all over again. Mata lays off of that one, count full. The payoff from Nelson. Mata. That one's going to get into the outfield. Took a hop, 1 run's in. And it's going to be ruled an error on Adam Stevens. Tristan Gomes moves up to third. And Anthony Mata is on. And we'll have a meeting on the mound. By the way, there is action going on in the Gherkins bullpen right now. We'll see if they decide to make a move here. Still no one down here in the bottom of the 6th. And Jeffrey Nelson is going to stay out there and try to weather the storm. Anthony Mata on first, Tristan Gomes on third, runners on the corners with no down. And now I'll bring up Gabe Scoro. Scoro squares around, has to pull back, that one high and tight. Scoro with a strikeout and a ground out. And this upcoming pitch will be pitch number 96 for Jeffrey Nelson. Scoro fouls it off. And I mentioned this earlier about Gabe Scoro, how he had a tremendous ending to his season over at Portland. Hit 5 of 11, 455 in the final series as he tried to lay that one down. Hit 455 in the final series of the season at San Diego. Finished hitting 305 for the Pilots. 7 RBIs, 18 hits, and 59 at-bats. The 1-2 to Scoro. And he continues to battle.
That's in the parking lot. Oh.
One, two again to Scoro. That one lifted into the alleyway. Tough play for Mitzel, but able to run it down. And Scoro will get the sac fly as Tristan Gomes will tag up and score. One down now for the Pickles. On the RBI from Gabe Scoro.
Let's keep it coming, Pickles.
And we're going to get a new pitcher here for the Gherkins.
If we score again, I'm going to give away some cotton candy.
So Jeffrey Nelson's night is done as they will turn to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 6th. 3 runs here in this bottom half. Makes it a 4-1 Pickles lead with just 1 down. Still trying to see who the new pitcher is for the Gherkins. We'll tell you more when we come back.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/be.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Pickles continuing to pour it on here in the bottom of the sixth. 3 runs to make it a 4-1 Pickles lead. New pitcher out for the Gherkins. It will be Eric Kessler taking the hill after Jeffrey Nelson was taken out here in the sixth. First pitch up high. Working from the stretch. Anthony Motto on third with 1 down. Ripped over at second. And it's been a rough 6th inning for Adam Stevens. His 3rd error here in the bottom of the 6th. And we go back to the top of the order here for the Pickles and Carter Booth. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Carter Booth still looking for his first hit. Has reached base on a fielder's choice. Grounded out and flied out in this one. Lays down the bunt, but foul. One. That one way up high. Went chasing upstairs. 2-2. The 2-2, 1 down. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Throw him out to end the bottom half of the 6th. As Lucas Ware fired a bullet down to second. We go to the top of the 7th. The Pickles increasing their lead to 5-1.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Another new pitcher for the Pickles. Kyle Hoskins will take over on the bump. Out of Anaheim, California, just finished his junior campaign at Cal State Northridge, where he finished with a 5.84 ERA in 12 1/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Finished with a 1-1 record, as he'll take over here in the top of the 7th. Again, the Portland Pickles, I should say, put up 4 runs in the bottom half of the 6th to make it a 4-run lead, as Kane Kianis will lead things off for the Gherkins. Giannis grounded into a double play and struck out looking so far tonight. Big swing and a miss there, 1-1. In Hoskins' last game at Cal State Northridge this season, back on May 27th, as he's now ahead 1-2. Finished with a season high in strikeouts with 2 1 2/3 innings of work and a 3-1 loss to UC San Diego. 1-2, over to third. Mosby across the diamond. Laser there from Leo Mosby.
Nice play.
Next up for the Gherkins, number 20, Curran Mitchell.
I'll bring up Curran Mitzel. And like I mentioned earlier, Hoskins growing up in Anaheim, California, and obviously a big Anaheim Ducks fan. Said he would be the best hockey player if he wasn't playing on the diamond.
That's right, folks. If we get a strikeout here, it's $1 Pickles.
And I assume probably one of his favorite movies is The Mighty Ducks.
Strikeout, folks, for $1 Pickles.
Or D2 The Mighty Ducks. Or D3 The Mighty Ducks. One of those. Of course, that old school Mighty Ducks logo and jerseys, still one of the best in not just hockey, but all of sports. Struggling here, down 3-0.
We need those $1 Pickles. We're looking for a strikeout.
Hoskins looking to fight back. Over to short, Jablonski for out number 2.
Well, that worked.
Always another inning doing pickles on a stick. You can still come get a pickle on a stick up at the party deck. We'll touch you from here.
Wickles Pickles. They're delicious.
Caden Doden at the plate for the Gherkins.
Caden Doden will go up against Hoskins. Late on that one, 0-1. Hoskins not the only sibling to be playing college ball. His brother Cole pitched at Grand Canyon. Hoskins looking for a 1-2-3 inning. That one high for 2-1.
Come on, Gherkins, let's get some runs.
2-1, fouled off. Hoskins has got to run over to the bag, and he'll get there in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Pickles. Stretch time here at Walker Stadium. Pickles looking for their first win over the Gherkins, up 5-1.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
The Pickles looking to increase their lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Ivan Luna will step into the box. Struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice. As Luna takes ball 1 high and outside. Luna's ideal historical teammate is Ricky Henderson because no one steals bases enough anymore, according to him. And he says his biggest inspiration is Ken Griffey Jr. with obviously that sweet, sweet swing. 2-1. Well, now 3-1. Mata swings and misses, or I should say Luna. Count full, 3-2. Payoff coming. That'll be a souvenir. Full count. And Luna draws a leadoff walk. Jacob Jablonski, 0 for 3 so far. 2 pop outs and a ground out. As we get another update throughout the West Coast League. Bellingham on top of the lefties, 7-1 in the bottom of the 8th. All knotted up at 3 between Ridgefield and Bend in the top of the 9th. And also all tied up at 3 between Corvallis and Walla Walla. Again, the Pickles will be making their way up I-5 into the state of Washington to take on Bellingham this weekend in a 3-game series. Jablonski over to short, out at second, and the Gherkins turn the 6-4-3 double play. They'll be hosting the Corvallis Knights and the Ridgefield Raptors when West Coast League play returns to Walker Stadium next week. Now and call a strike. And those will be 2 big series, considering that the Knights and the Raptors are sitting atop of the South Division through the early part of the season. Corvallis at 5-2 heading into tonight. Ridgefield at 6-4. The Pickles 3-3 so far. Enriquez down 1-2. Right now, the Yakima Valley Pippins with the best overall record in the West Coast League at 7-2. That one high, 2-2. And in that South Division, Corvallis in first place right now, Ridgefield behind them. Then it's the Cowlitz Black Bears, followed by your Pickles, and the Bend Elks in dead last coming in tonight at 1-6. Enriquez facing a full count, 3-2. Breaking ball, got him looking. Still 5-1 Pickles as we head to the 8th.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
The Gherkins down to their final 6 outs, trailing 5-1 against the Pickles, as the Pickles look for their first win against the Gherkins this season. And fans, don't forget to make your way out to Walker Stadium tomorrow night, as the Pickles will take on the Portland Rosebuds. As the Rosebuds will make their season debut for the first time since 1946. Baseball History Night tomorrow night, where we'll celebrate the history of the Negro Leagues and give recognition to an almost forgotten piece of baseball past here in the Rose City. 7:05 first pitch. And as always, if you can't make it, make sure to tune in right here to the live stream on YouTube or on Facebook Live. 0-2. And then on Sunday night, as part of that triple header, the Pickles will play the Willamette Wild Bills on Father's Day. 7:05 first pitch in that one as well. The 1-2. Chopper back to the mound. And one down here for the Gherkins.
Next up for the Gherkins is number 9, Jacob Maven.
And of course, on Sunday, as I mentioned before, that triple header, as the Pickles will take on the Wild Bills, but also treat that to 2 other games in the Wild Wild West League. 1:05 first pitch between the Gherkins and the Rosebuds. 4:05 first pitch between the Gresham Grey Wolves and the Gherkins. Jablonski over to first, not in time, as Jacob Maven was able to beat that one out.
Next up is number 11, the Gherkins shortstop, Derek Maven.
Folks, Dylan is by the party deck giving away free high fives.
That'll bring up Derek Maben.
Come on over to the party deck.
Has a single hit by pitch and flew out, so has reached base twice tonight. So again, going back to Sunday, 3 games if you want to bring Dad out to the ballpark for a fun afternoon or a fun night of baseball for your Father's Day. A great opportunity to do that here in Lentz Park. Derek Maben had to get out of the way of that one. Two 2-0 to Maben. And now 3-0. That one catches the zone, 3-1.
Let's go, Pickles.
And I should also add, for all you Trailblazers fans, next Thursday, the 24th, it is Trailblazers night here at Walker Stadium. So for all you Hoops fans here in the Rose City, make sure to make your way to Walker Stadium. It'll be really interesting to see who the Blazers bring in as their new head coach. With all these names flying around, Mike D'Antoni, Chauncey Billups, Becky Hammond. The payoff coming to Derek Maben. And the Gherkins with 2 on.
Coming up for the Gherkins, third baseman Justin Herzog. Here we go, Gherkins! You're doing
And we're going to get a mound visit here. And you have to think as we get late into this ball game here in the top of the 8th, this is a big opportunity here for the Gherkins to try to cut into this deficit. With 2 men on and 1 down, you got to pile up some hits and some runs right here and take advantage. First pitch to Herzog outside. Herzog hitless tonight. Reached base on a walk back in the 3rd. A big moment here. Would love his first hit right here. In a crucial part of this ball game. The 1-0 to him. And that hurts. As he gets plunked right there. Base is juiced here for the Gherkins. And with the bases loaded, that will bring up Matt Bergevin. One walk tonight, ground out and a strikeout. But if you're the Gherkins, this is the guy who won in the box right now. Absolutely tore it up last night in that home run derby. First pitch to him. Lets it drop. Out at second. But that will bring home a run for the Gherkins as they cut it to a 5-2 game. So Matt Bergevin will reach on the fielder's choice. 2 down now. Adam Stevens also looking for his first hit tonight.
Check your pockets, check your purse. If you lose a phone, we've got it.
Hit by pitch, a ground out, and a swinging strikeout. Stevens representing the tying run. 5-2, Pickles lead. First pitch fouls off.
We have a lost pig as well. Tallulah, the lost pig.
Oh, 1. Fouled off, and he's down 0-2. Stevens looking to battle here, down 0-2. Popped up, shallow right center, and Gomes makes the squeeze. But the Gherkins able to cut into the deficit. 3-run game as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call of vodka.
To the bottom of the eighth, a 5-2 Pickles lead. As it's Sweet Caroline time here at Walker Stadium. Leo Mosby, Tristan Gomes, and Anthony Mata are due up for the Pickles. Up, up, up. Perfect night for baseball, as I mentioned time and time again.
Let's go Pickles. Let's go Pickles.
As I mentioned, Leo Mosby will lead things off. Ripped a double into right in his first at bat back in the second. Has since grounded out and then reached on an error. Mosby takes ball two up high. Ball three, and surely you would think he'd be taking, but
We still have a loss going up here at the party deck.
you never know. I've been wrong before this season.
Right up here at the party deck. Impact Strong is the case. It's teal.
And a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the eighth.
Next up for the Pickles, number 27, Tristan Gomes.
And you want to talk about guys who are having a strong night. Tristan Gomes, 3 for 3. 3 singles, 2 of them into left field, 1 infield single. Where he laid down that beauty of a bunt down the third base line. Kessler comes home, 2-0 now. And I mentioned earlier, Tristan Gomes growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, could have followed his older brother Colby to play for the Cornhuskers, but decided to make his way down to Southern California to help get Cal State Fullerton back to his hometown in Omaha, which of course is the site of the College World Series every year.
When I say go, you say Pickles, go! Go!
And you want to talk about a great story, that would be to go back to his hometown to play in the College World Series, to go play over at TD Ameritrade Park. 3-1 to Gomes. And I've said it time and time again, if you're a baseball fan, you got to go to Omaha for the College World Series at least once in your lifetime. As Gomes draws the 5-pitch walk. An amazing atmosphere.
Next up, coming to play for the Pickles, number 34, Anthony Mata.
As I'll bring up Anthony Mata. And was thankful to go there 2 consecutive years, and one of the times I was in Omaha was when Oregon State won the title back in 2018. Of course, the one play that stands out is when Arkansas was 1 out away from winning the College World Series. They let that foul ball drop, gave the Beavers new life. Oregon State obviously came back and won Game 2 and won Game 3 off a tremendous performance from Kevin Abel. Nice bunt there from Anthony Mata to move the runners over.
Fun. Give it up, Pickles fan.
Perfectly executed there from Mata. And with 2 Pickles in scoring position, Gabe Scoro will step in. Scoro with an RBI in this one with that sac fly back in the 6th. One down here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 now to Gabe Scoro. And talking about it earlier, the amount of Portland Pilots we've seen in a Portland Pickles jersey over the years, not just this past season. Obviously, the front office has developed a good relationship with Jeff Loomis and the rest of the staff over there on the bluff as Scoro hits a deep one into the gap. But Mitzel is going to make the squeeze. That's going to be deep enough to bring home Leo Mosby. Another sac fly for Gabe Scoro. And Tristan Gomes, meanwhile, will move up to third.
Next up for the Pickles, number 18, Cody Beretta.
And a new hitter here for the Pickles, and Cody Barrera. That one gets away, but Gomes will stay at third. That one gets away again. Gomes is trying to come home, and he'll come home easily. No play at the plate. And the Pickles increase their lead to 7-2. Cowbells ringing here at Walker Stadium. That one will be a long strike. Two 2-1. Tried to chase the high cheese. Count full now, 3-2. The payoff. That one absolutely belted into left center. He'll get at least two here. And Berea on with a double. That one's just absolutely belted into left. Back to the top of the order for the Pickles and Carter Booth. Booth quickly down 0-2. And Booth fights it off. By the way, in the top of the ninth for the Gherkins, it's going to be Kane Kianis, Curran Mitzel and Caden Doden due up. They need a big rally here. Booth, nice backhanded stop by Herzog, as that one's going to get away. And another run will come home for the Pickles. As I mentioned before, a beautiful backhanded snag at third, but the throw gets away. And that increases the Pickles' lead to 6. And we'll get a pinch hitter here for the Pickles. Sam Haney will step in. 8-2 Pickles lead. And that's now the 4th error on the Gherkins tonight. Takes a strike on the outside. Now 3-1. Haney this past season played his ball at Clark Community College. Local product out of Lake Oswego. Dual sport athlete for the Lakers in baseball and football as he takes ball 4. And another pinch hitter, this time Noah Guyette. That one fouled off straight back. Two on with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. As Guyette takes strike 2, 1-2. And the Pickles with the bases loaded after he gets hit. And again, we had a mound visit here. Pickles looking to add on to the 6-run lead. Again, always a great venue to watch baseball here at Walker Stadium. We urge all of you watching online to make your way out here. Bases loaded, fouled off. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. But the Pickles continue to add on to their lead. The Gherkins down to their final 3 outs.
Brine is a proud partner of the Portland Pickles, lovingly representing
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Top of the 9th for the Gherkins, down 8-2 against the Pickles, as they need a big rally here, down 6. Pinch hitter here for the Gherkins, I should say, Sean Alvarado. Another product out of Chemeketa Community College. Nick Brink now on to finish this one out for the Pickles. And we continue the conversation about Portland Pilots. Another one right here. That one called a strike. 1-2.
We have your phone. We figured out whose phone it is.
Brink played his high school ball just a couple miles away from here at Cleveland. 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 20,
Curran Mitzvah will step in.
Oh, let's get a strikeout here. And we got dollar Pickles.
Brink finished with a 9.00 ERA. Nice backhanded stop by Ivan Luna over at first base for the second out.
Absolutely, I am not striking out right
I don't want these people to get dollar Pickles.
And we'll get another pinch hitter here, Colby Grace.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 50, Colby Grace.
as the Gherkins are down to their final out here. I was going to say Nick Brink finished with a 9.00 ERA with 9 strikeouts, but finished the season on a high note for the Pilots, striking out over 5 over 3 innings pitched against Oregon State. Good way to end your freshman campaign up on the bluff. Blows it right past Grace. 1-1. Don't forget to stay tuned. We'll chat with Justin Vargas. Another big swing and a miss.
Folks, remember the park deck's going to be open after the game, so the party doesn't have to stop.
Down to their final strike. That one inside.
Also, don't forget, K&F Nitro Cold Brew Coffee, $1 off on the party deck.
2-2 to Grace. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first. And the Pickles are going to get the W, taking down the Gherkins for the first time this season, 8-2. Don't forget, we'll go one-on-one with Justin Vargas on the other side as the Pickles get the win, 8-2.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Grape color vodka.
Eight to 2, the final for the Pickles over the Gherkins, joined by Jim Hopple tonight. And Coach, I always like to start with this question, kind of open-ended, but what do you like from the guys tonight?
You know, we got a lot of new guys in right now, so trying to see where they're going to fit in, and I think they did a great job today. First time we seen them at BP today, first time we see them in live games. Got some really good defensive guys out there, some pitchers that came in, haven't seen them throw the whole time. Very impressed with what we got.
You know, looking at the lineup tonight, I mean, Tristan Gomes, we know how good of a hitter he can be just based early on in high school. The #1 player coming out of Nebraska.
Yep.
Solid night for him. What do you like from him at the dish?
We really like his swing. I mean, BP, he was hitting some great balls, maybe not out of the park, but hard balls in the gap, which we want from him. and he can run too. So yeah, no, we really like that kid. He's going to be a special guy. So is Leo over at third base. That guy is going to be really good, really good.
Well, no question about that. And also, I know there's a lot of hype around Ivan Luna as well. Obviously, coming off a tremendous year at Fresno State. What do you like out of him?
Yeah, same thing. You know, these guys coming in now are going to be key players for us. Like the way he plays the game, approaches everything. He'll be one of our guys for sure.
And then also talking about, I mean, obviously with Gabe being a part of this program for so many years, obviously 2 sack flies tonight. To have that kind of guy on your team, that does he kind of provide a leadership role for you guys?
He does. He gets our breaks going after ever our defensive stuff, our work, our individual stuff. He'll get the team together, get a Pickles going for him, and obviously everybody knows Gabe from here. Angel in the outfield. He's been around for a long time, almost as long as I have. He's a good guy. Gabe's a great guy. You can't say enough about him, and he's one of those guys. Like the other day, we were taking him out. We had a rain out, so he only missed 4 innings. It's like, hey, we're giving you a day off, and he's like, okay, if I need a day off, I'll take a day off, but I want to play. You know what I mean, I understand that. But no, he's a great kid. Love him to death.
Obviously, talking about the pitchers as well. What do you like out of them so far through the early part of the season?
Good, and Mags and I were kind of talking about that today, and we're still giving up too many free bases, getting too many walks, a couple hit by pitches, especially when we get 2 outs. We really got to bear down and not give up any extra bases, free bases, anything like that. And it'll come around. Again, some of these guys, the first outing for them, and it'll come around. But I like the pitching staff. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Any other thoughts before heading into tomorrow and the weekend?
No, we're gonna do a split squad tomorrow, and things will go well, and we'll come back and see what we can do and get ready for our road trip. We got 3 tough games coming up, and hopefully it'll come out on our side. We're just trying to win a series. So we're not going up there thinking we have to go 3-0, but we're thinking we need to go 2-1 up there.
Coach,
so,
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night.